Hello, Miss Kim. How's that look? It looks, oh goodness, hang on. It looks blurry on my end. Does it look blurry on your end, or is it okay? My hands look clear. It looks blurry on my end. Does it look blurry on your end, or is it okay? I miss you. I miss you so much, my friend. I can't wait till we can see each other again. I miss you. I miss you so much, my friend. I can't wait till we can see each other again. Okay, looks fine there. That's great. Let's see. I don't know. I can't seem to turn off the volume for some dumb reason here. Hang on. I don't know. I can't seem to turn off the volume for some dumb reason here. Let's see. Maybe that works. Okay, let's give it a go. I hope it'll work. I don't know. It might just be you and me tonight, my friend, since it's so late. Doggone it. I still get an echo. Hang on. Sorry. Okay, let's give it a go. I hope it'll work. I don't know. It might just be you and me tonight, my friend, since it's so late. Doggone it. I still get an echo. Hang on. Sorry. Okay, let's give it a go. Oh, you know, she is, she's doing okay, I guess. Yeah, she's wearing me out. You know, she is, she's doing okay, I guess. Yeah, she's wearing me out. Shoot. Yes, she's right by my side. You are correct. She's right smack next to me. I'm trying to find the mute button and it's not working. You are correct. I have a new computer and I cannot. I'm hitting the. I'm trying to find the mute button and it's not working. Yeah. I have a new computer and I cannot. Can you find it? Like, this isn't working. I tried that one. I tried that one.
Can I borrow your glasses?
Yeah. Along the top, yeah. That's. I keep pushing that and it's not doing anything when I push it.
Are you trying to turn it off?
Yeah, I'm trying to mute it so that the volume doesn't come through here. I keep pushing that and it's not doing anything when I push it. Try that.
Function.
Yeah, I'm trying to mute it so that the volume doesn't come. Ah, I think we found it. Thanks to the assist here. Yay! Okay, here we go. Technical. It's been so long since I've done a live. I'm like completely out of practice. It's kind of ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Let's see here. So, yeah, it just might be you and me, Kimmie. And if, because I know it's late. It's late for lots of people on your end of the world. For me, it's yes. Thanks, Tom. For me, it's like hurry up, rush home from work, get it all together, and there wasn't a better time. So hopefully folks can watch on the replay and they have some fun. But just for the purposes of folks that might be listening in later, I am playing with the Together is Better stamp set and the Hearts and Stars stamp set. Decided to use them as a combo. There are so many great stamp sets actually that so many other stamp sets that you can use the stars and the hearts with, or in journals, just so many different ways that you can use them. And I was actually really excited to play with them. I felt really bad I had to change plans at the last minute, but I do not know what happened to my You're Nifty stamp set. I took it out, Well, before I had my finger surgery, and I have a feeling it's just like stuck on the back side of something, but I absolutely could not find that doggone thing. I was like working myself into a dither looking for it, and I was like, oh man, we just need to stop, switch gears, and do something different. So I'm actually really excited about this fun stamp set that I'm gonna color tonight. So I saw that you put them on sale for like 40% off. Like, that is amazing. I opened it up to refresh the sentiments that are part of the newer set, because I still have the rubber set that I just couldn't get rid of. And the sentiments are a little different. The sizes are a tiny bit bigger than the clear set, but but anyway, so I opened that to see what sentiments were the same so that I could use those, and saw the amazing sale price. So finger's doing pretty good. I haven't done much coloring. In fact, coloring this last night as kind of a practice was interesting, but you may not be able to see on camera, but the swelling is down finally, but sometimes at night it gets really fat. It's my middle finger here. A little bit of a scar, but it's doing pretty good. It's healing. So I'm just very glad to be able to get back to crafting. I missed it. It was hard, but I will say I did a lot more reading when I couldn't be crafting, so there's the upside, right? Okay, Miss Friends, let's get coloring, shall we? I picked some fun colors. I thought, you know, Valentine's Day is past, but there's lots of people who may have an anniversary coming up, and so I figured this could be an anniversary card, and that's what we're gonna decide that it is. We're gonna color her up. So I posted the colors that, thank you, I posted the colors that I'm using tonight just kind of as a jumble in a picture, but I'm gonna start with my standard skin tones, which are my E11, my E21, my E00, and E02 for cheeks, and E000. So those are the ones. Yeah, that's a good thing. Right, not just on Valentine's Day. That's what I was thinking. I think it's just a wonderful celebrate you, anniversary, just a because, right? Like, I'm actually not a huge Valentine's fan. I think that I like the idea of Valentine's Day in the sense of, you know, sharing love for people, but I think that you should do it all the time and not just because it's Valentine's Day. So anyway, I'm a big one for showing it at other times rather than just on Valentine's Day. And I think this set is perfect. Oh, I did stamp out the this little doll because I debated on using her with the hearts stamps also, because I thought that would be so super cute to scatter some hearts all around her as well. But ultimately I decided to go with a couple, but this one I probably will color up and post it soon, because I think there's still a challenge that I can enter before the end of the month that's love and or non-traditional colors. So I think I'm going to go that route and give it a go. But anyway, that's enough of me chatterboxing here. Let's color. So I'm going to start out with my E11. Lulu is so cute, and I actually really I didn't stamp him out, and since he's upside down in the rubber, but Lucas with his heart-shaped box and his little shorts are just to die for adorable. Like, I just love him. He is so cute. All right, I'm going to start with E11, which is my darkest of the colors. I'm not using the E04, which is kind of unusual actually for me, because I usually add the E04 in my color scheme. But I decided I didn't really, well, for a couple of reasons. I didn't add it because it's really gummy and I need to change it, but I really didn't miss it in terms of how I did the coloring on this. So I wonder, is that too far away? Let's see if I can bring that in a little bit more. Hopefully I won't upset the apple cart by loosening this. Let's see what happens here. And then we got to do this one. Sorry, bear with me. Let's see how we ended up here. That looks a little better. It's really hard at night. The light, that's the other kind of challenging thing about doing this at night, here anyway, is the light is hard. But anyway, back to the coloring. So E11, and I'm just kind of going along all the edges of everything with that. I'm not putting down too heavy of a, my coloring is rough, like, because I can't bend my middle finger quite the same way, but actually not bad. Like, I seriously cannot complain too much. So I am putting a bit of more of the dark right here where their faces connect, and a lighter bit of it everywhere else. A little bit shaky and wobbly. That's the way it goes. Then I'm going to grab my E21 and kind of go over that where I just was. And I'm going to grab E00. I guess I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out how to mute my phone so that doesn't happen again. E00. And I'm going to bring in everything, right? Like, I'm going to go back over where I was. I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to do some good blending. My E21's getting a little bit gunky. A while ago, I cleaned a bunch of my markers, but they're just like old. I've had them a long, long time, and I wasn't able to replace all the nibs. Because it's hard to get those things. I had a bit of a stash that I used. And then I'm just going to come in with the E000 and fill in the middle of the face so it's a little bit lighter right there. And before that sets up too much, I'm going to grab my E02 somewhere over here, and I'm going to give him some cheeks. Just a little bit of blush because he's just kind of pretty happy. Try not to be in too much of a round circle. We'll let that dry for a second. And then I'm gonna do Lulu's face. Sorry, this is Lexi's face. Same thing, start with my E11. She's gonna have a heavier, darker part right here where their faces connect. Okay. Oh, are you still working on that, Kim? I am so sorry that that's happening. That is such a bummer. That's a huge job. You consider all the years that of videos. Oh my gosh. Well, you know that whatever you need me to do to help you, at least in terms of my part, because I think I'll have to do mine anyway, right? Just make sure to let me know. That's a really big deal. All right, that was E21, where are you? E00. Coming back over everything with that, just so I get a little bit more of a smooth blend. Faces always look so funny with the blending until you get the hair done and things around it. It just feels like you're looking at it and you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's just way, way, way too dark in places. But the ink settles in a little bit and you get the color around the other parts. Yeah, when I have time. I can make time on the weekend for sure to help out with that, Kim. I'll just set aside some time. I don't think I'll have Ricky or Henry home for the weekend, so yes, I can definitely do that. I'm going to take my 21, if I can find it, And I see I just missed a little point right down here, so I'm just gonna darken that up a little bit. So there's the faces. Oh, I'm gonna put a little bit down here because I blended it out a little too much. I am going to add the EO2 cheeks. I found that if I do it while it's still pretty saturated, I end up with a smoother, but if not, I always can go over it again with just the lightest E, and it does just fine. So, right, so for the arms, let's see, I'm trying to think, did I use E11? I think I did. They're so skinny, they got such skinny little arms that it doesn't take much color there. So I'm just barely gonna touch under the sleeve and under her hand, and her arm is going to cast a shadow, so I'm going to go that route. And honestly, you know, I think, I don't know, hands are usually darker than faces, right? Or maybe it's the other way around. Huh, I don't know. I don't show much skin lately. It's mostly my face if it gets any. We have got so much stinking snow here. It is absolutely bananas. So I'm just kind of touching up these little tiny finger pieces. This is an arm piece there, so I'm just going to touch that a little bit. There is an arm piece under here where he's hugging her, so I'm going to touch up that. And yeah, and then I'm going to grab E21. And do some more blending. Bring a little bit more in the fingers. And a little bit more here. Okay, and then I'm gonna swoop in with some sand. Girl, I know, it's so ridiculous. I absolutely can't believe the amount we have. It's crazy. And it's been super cold too, but today was really nice, and I guess it's supposed to get really warm, and it's gonna be a major mess because we have so much snow. And they haven't really figured out where to move it all the snow to get it out of the way. So parking is a nightmare, and driving anywhere is hard. And but you know, as we older people say, haha, I call myself that, we really need the moisture. And we do, honestly, we really do. But I would like to take it in smaller doses. You were snowed in all weekend. I did see that. I saw one of your posts, I think, that said something about being snowed in and doing something fun. And I was like, oh, you know, that is the one nice thing about so much snow, is it is quite delightful, actually, to say, no, thank you. I can't get out. I need to stay home and just be in your pajamas and craft and read or whatever. I knew we had some of the cold stuff coming, and so I got to the grocery store and I did a lot of my cooking, which I typically haven't been cooking for, I don't know, the last couple of years. I just kind of decided I hated cooking. But after some of the prices of things and bad experiences grabbing food to go, it's just like I have to cook and be more responsible, because it's just ridiculous. Too much. Even just to buy it at the grocery store is too much. Well, hello, Delise. How are you? I'm just coloring away, chatting to myself and Kimmie. Do you have this Together is Better set, Delise? This one, I think, gosh, I'm just trying to remember. I wish I had done a better job of writing down when stamp sets were released. I know that this Heart and Stars, I did write this one down, is 2019. I don't remember when this Together, because I have the rubber set. So the rubber set has got to be, oh man, first time it was released is, I've been with you, Kim, probably, well, I think since 10, 11 years, something like that. Maybe even a little longer. officially, yeah. Anyway, it's got to be at least 2019 or older for the rubber set. And then I was super excited when you brought the clear one back. What am I doing? Okay, so I have skin tones done. I have, now we're gonna color their little cute little outfits. Actually, I think I'll do hair next. I'll work from the top down. And so for his hair, I chose the 50 series. I have a 55. I have a 53. Oh, 2013. Yep, I wasn't too far off. Oh, what else do I have? A 57. So I have 53, 55, 57. And hair is like my favorite thing to color. I don't know why, but I love to color hair. I like the stroking, the flicking part of things, but this is like a fun little technique that I learned in terms of, because sometimes you can over try to fill and over try to keep the light, just overdo it by continually adding streaks and things, and then you just end up with a blob of color, and then you try to make it more defined, and it just sometimes gets worse. So you're going to do a fun fold. Fun. I hope I can catch it. It's been hard to catch the lives. But sometimes this little trick of just like laying down where you want the lighter part of the hair to be and then working into it works better. And I forget to do that sometimes, which is kind of silly on my part. So let's see, I'm looking for my colors for her hair, which are 23, YR23, YR24, and YR31. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just envisioning that she's got about the same kind of light hitting her in the same place. So it looks kind of funny right now, but we'll fill it in. And then, let's see, I need to get some of these out of the way. I got too many colors on the desk. Okay, so then I'm gonna next go to my darkest color and just pull a little bit of color in there, and that's my E57. So am I even on screen? Let's try that. Is that any better? Hopefully that's better. We'll see. Got a lag. So I'm just going to come in at all the little points, and I'm going to add, this is where I'm going to do some of my flicking with the darker colors. This is my favorite part of doing hair. Okay, just a little bit around the edges, and then I'm gonna flip this just a little bit. Patty has a card in it? Oh, fun. Which set did she use, Kim? And then I'm just gonna add a little bit from the top. Then I'm going to come in with my 55, and I'm going to do a similar thing. I'm going to flip this back over again, and I'm going to just pick up kind of where I was, but I'm not going to go all the way down with the dark. I'm just kind of pulling in a little bit of this. So it's not a like super huge variation, but you can see it, right? And I'm just flicking in some colors. I'm gonna turn it around. Oh, the I Believe in You, that's so cool. I love that stamp set. And she has made some extremely cute cards with that too. All right, so I just, again, I put a little bit of, I've left the lightest still in the middle, and I've just pulled in, and now I'm going to just do one more time of the darkest E57, and I'm gonna just one more time darken up the edges, right? And sometimes I need to wait just a sec so it doesn't just like completely blend, because you know how certain colors are so beautifully, they just blend so gorgeous and automatic. And those ones, and I think the E50s are kind of that series. But when you want it to stand out and be different, you just gotta let the other layer of ink sit a bit so that you can get that. Otherwise it just kind of, again, brings in some beautiful color, but then I'm gonna flip it one more time. And it looks like maybe I could use one little spritz there. There we go. I think I'm gonna be good with that. I like that. I might bring, well, I lied. I'm gonna put just a touch more of the 53 in there. But still leaving the light. You can see that the light is in there, right? You left the watermelon outside, so it was, oh, nice idea. That is funny. Okay, we're gonna do her hair. So I started with the YR31 in the middle, and now I'm gonna come in with the YR24. And I'm gonna do the same thing I did with Lucas, Lucas, and I'm gonna just add in some of the very darkest as a starting point, so I kind of know where I want it, and I envision it's darker behind her ear, darker in the corner where she's hugging him, in the shadows, I should say, under the flower. Then I'm gonna flip it over. It's called, oh, I'll have to check that out. I bet I have some things I could share. It's been a while. It's such a complete rush and honor to be published when we use our cards. It's just so cool. You just really feel like, I don't know, it's just, I love it. I've been published 3 times or 4 times. Well, I think 3 total, but 4 cards or 5 cards. And it is just the most wonderful. It's just so fun, just so fun. Okay, let's see. And fall cards are kind of my favorites. So, all right, that was the 24. I gotta stop and think a minute what I'm doing. This is the 23, and I'm gonna do a similar technique as I did on Lucas's hair and just fill in the gaps on some of this, right? I don't want to completely cover up my light area because that's what I wanted it there for a reason, right? Okay, so I can still see the light in her hair. I'm going to give it a little bit more in the dark here. Then I'm going to let it sit for a second. I'm going to do the YR24 again on the tips. I'm going to come back around her face because that's definitely a darker area, and around her flower. Behind her ear. Oops, I colored on her flower, but that's okay. It's going to be red, so it'll go over it. All right, we're going to fill in a little bit here. There, I think I'm good with that. I'll hold it up so you can maybe see. I wouldn't even mind putting a little bit more dark on the tips, but we'll see how it goes. There we go. Can you see that? Okay, so we got our hair done, we got our face done, our skin, our everything. Let's do some clothes. So I chose the B90 series for his jeans and his shirt. So I've got 91, 93, 95, 97. Thank you, Kim. And so let's do his outfit first. I'll start with his pants. I'm going to do a B97. The bees, these particular groups of markers, I think also blend like super, super well and seamlessly. So sometimes when, you know, I watch certain people, oh man, they're just some really amazing colorists. And I'm always trying to like get ideas from them, but I've noticed that the ones that have, I've kind of picked up that there are certain colors that they use when you see the really seamless but like gorgeous fading of color. So that was 97. 5, 3 is next on the list, and I'm gonna leave a bit of a white space in there for now and come back in a second and touch that up. I'm gonna let that be. Well, I've been using Copic Express. I bought a big pack of it a while ago, and so that's really my favorite. But this paper tonight is actually, oh gosh, it's a hammer mill something, because initially when I stamped the image, I thought I might try to do a stencil around it somehow, and I don't like to use my Copic Express for stenciling. I like it better on like the hammer mill, but this is coloring really well, so I'll have to look up which one it is exactly. So I've switched to coloring his shirt for a bit, for a sec, so that I can I'm going to do another layer of color, another coat of color on his jeans, his jean shorts, in just a second, but I just figured I'd, in the essence of time, start working on that a little bit. And then I'm going to come back in again with, this is the 97, and I'm just going to deepen the shading on everything that I did. And then I'm going to add the 95. Of course, it's the last one I grab. And I'm going to add the 95 in there. And 93. And this time I'm going to go over the white spot that I left because it's already kind of lighter, right? Here we go. Okay, and I'm going to work on the shirt some more. So I'm just doing a first layer of the B91. I really love blues and reds and corals together. I have lots of favorite color combos, but this is one of them. All right, so, and then I'm gonna take my 93 and just give it a little bit of depth. So around her hand, around the stripes, around his neck, because his chin and her face kind of cover it, so I'm just going to kind of fill that in. And darker under here. Darker under her arm. I went in the line a little bit, but that's okay because I'm going to cover it with red, so I'm not too concerned about it. And then I'm going to grab my 91 again and go over it one more time. Yeah, it looks like I missed a spot, so I'm going to grab that up here. Oops. Oh, wow. I grabbed the wrong color. I might as well. Well, let's just go with it. I grabbed the 95 and made it really dark, but that's all right. We'll just kind of punt. We'll be good. We'll just add a little bit of extra there. Just kind of touching all the spots. And then I'll just kind of all right, then I'm going to wait on the red. I try to keep the red to the very last because I always make some stupid boo-boo with red. His socks I'm gonna do in N0. And his shoelaces are so fine that I'm not even trying to shade them, right? Like the tops of his shoes, I'm just not gonna, because it'll just be gray if I do that. And by the time I put the shading around the rest of it and the red, it reads white and it doesn't look like it's uncolored because it's so small anyway. So I am gonna do the tops of his shoes and his soles also. Here we go. And then we'll color her. So let's see. I used our 22 and 32 on her. I love this kind of corally color. And I found out that the Mostly Melon ink, Kraftin Kimmie Mostly Melon ink goes so perfectly with R32 color. It's really cool. It's like crazy how close it matches. Anyway, so I'm going to start with that, but R22 is a little bit orangey, so I don't do a ton of it, but I do just want to have a little depth in there, so I'll start with that. Oh, I see I forgot a piece of her hair. I did it on the original too. I'll have to go get it right up there. So I'm just putting down a little color here with the R22. And like I said, it's a little bit orangier than I was going for, so I don't want to go heavy. I just want it to be, you know, give us a little bit of a variation in there. So there's that. And while I'm thinking of it, I should probably fix her hair. So I'm going to just make this part down here the darkest, right? Because it makes sense that it would be. It's down under and in the shadows. I'm gonna do it on my other one too. It's funny how you don't see something the first time. I'm sure if I posted that online, that'd be the first thing that I noticed. It'd be a glaring error for me. All right, switching to R32 and just filling in color. I wanted it to be pretty pale. So I'm not doing, you know, a lot. I'm just getting it in there. And then I am gonna grab socks. I should do her socks. So I just chose the same R32 for her socks. And I've decided this time that she's wearing, what are they called? Mary Jane's, where her socks shows through. I don't know why. I just decided that's what I'm doing. So then I'm going to come in with the R22 and just add a little bit of definition, right? I colored her the first time with brown shoes and I did not like her brown shoes. So I had to give her, I colored over them with the black. Okay, so her ribbons and her skirt are R35. So I'm gonna start there. Now we're into the reds. I better make sure I'm okay with that. Looks like I am. Okay, so R35. And then I'm gonna grab the R32, which I set down somewhere, and fill in. Just kind of blend it out. And then I'm gonna put R32 and R35. That didn't blend very well. Let me try that again here. On the ribbon. So there's 35. Put a little tiny bit right there, a little bit there. Whoops, I went outside the lines. I'm pretty impressed that I haven't gone outside the lines more with this finger of mine. But an easy fix for that is try the colorless blender, although sometimes that doesn't work all that great with reds. It just kind of smears. Well, hello, Anne-Marie. How are you? Sometimes it smears, and then, you know, last effort rescue is your white gel pen, of course. So that was 35. Grab the right one, and I need to put some up here. And then I'm just gonna grab 37 and fill in just a little bit of shading along the bottom of the ribbon. Just a bit, just a tiny bit. And now his outfit is 37, R37 and R35. So I'm going to start with the 37 from the outer edges. And I'm going to keep his whole collar 37. So just kind of prepped some of the darker spots. Hey, Shanna. And then I'm going to fill in with the 35. A little bit more on the bottom. And I think we're good. Oh, we need to do his shoes. I just did his shoes all in the 37. Does anybody else ever realize they're holding their breath when they color something really little? I'm over here going, oh, breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh, thank you, Kim. All right, so yeah, I'll probably put another little bit of this R37 after it sits for a sec, but we'll let that be. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up here real quick and do the flower in her hair. And I'm just sticking with the 37 because it's pretty hard to do much for shading anyway on that part. Okay, think. Black. I need black shoes. So for her shoes, I did an N7, an N9, and an N5. So I'm going to do those next, but I'm going to come in here real quick because I don't want to like super dark difference, but I do want to get a little bit of that darker, just another level. So like if you don't have, you know, 4 different shades of something and you only have 2, you can still create a very definite shading difference just by layering your color and letting it sit for a bit before you do the next one. You know, color on color deepens it, makes it look, you know, really cool. All right, so I'm going to start with the lightest of the grays here, which is the N5. I'm actually going to give her a lighter sole, which is the N5 of the shoe. And I think I'm going to do the strap a little lighter. We'll see how that turns out. I'm not sure how that will do. I may end up darkening that, but we'll see. And then I'm going to grab an N9 and come in. Shanna, have you not been feeling good? There's so much icky stuff going around right now. He said in the paper that this is like one of the worst years for flu again. Since like 2017 or something, I guess, when we had a really bad flu bout. Right around COVID too, but I think it was hard for them to know if it was flu, because I think they thought at first it was flu, and then it was just, you know, took them a while to figure out what COVID really was, so it's hard to say there. All right, that was N7. She caught germs. Oh, from her grandkids. Oh man, I can relate. Henry and I passed germs back for nearly 3 months. I'd be fine. I'd see him. He'd make me sick again. Then he'd get sick. It just was, ugh. We just kept passing it back and forth. All right, so that's a little bit dark. dark, you know, black shoes are hard, and I wish I could like make them shiny looking. That's something I'd like to learn. But I could, yeah, flu, yes, all of that, all of it, Kim. It's just ridiculous. But the flu, I guess, is particularly concerning to this time. So, okay, so there we go. I think all I need to do now is put a little bit of yellow in the middle of her flower. And then I'm going to color the hearts, and I did choose a different red. I just wanted a little different level, so I grabbed a 4, getting better. Oh, I'm glad you're getting better. So I grabbed an R46. This is actually one of my favorite reds for the little hearts around them. So just, you know, it's not like a drastic difference in reds that I used, but enough that it gives a little bit of a pop, right? So I'm going to color those in. Think I got them all. Oh, cute. I just love them. They're so sweet. Look at that. I'll hold them up so you can see them a little bit better. Super cute. All right. So, okay, next. So I have pre-prepped my die cut piece here, and I'm going to just flop it on my stamp positioner thing. Oh, I missed a heart. Hang on. SOS. I gotta fix that before I forget. Great job drinking, Paley. You did a good job. Okay. Thank you, Shanna. One more. I know. Thank you, Kim. I didn't even see it until I didn't see your comment, but thankfully I caught myself. Okay, so I've just already sort of, when I made the sample, I had laid every one of the heart, all of them, just kind of on a random pattern. And then I had tried initially to do 2 tones, but I was going to do like this mostly melon color in some of the hearts, but I realized that I don't know why. I'm going to have to rectify that on one of my next packages from Kim. I don't have a real red cube, which is crazy because that's like, I love the real red. So I have several of the other reds, but I want the real red. So anyway, so I'm not going to do that because it's hard to get these ones consistent with the big pad and the little pad. So I'm just gonna go. You love hearing the pitter patter. Yeah, her nails are so long. She's old. She's like, well, she'll be 15 in May. So she's a little bit long in the nail and the tooth, for sure. So I'm just gonna do the reds because, like I said, it's easier. Excuse me. I've just made a pattern, and I'm using the real red, or no, is that what it's called? Ruby red. Good gracious. Yes, ruby red. I'm the worst at names. I can't take the worst title because one of my very dear friends has that title. She knows who she is, but I am terrible at remembering names of things. So, okay, so I've put lots of ink on there, and now I'm gonna rub it in. You did, yeah. My Isabel, the one that we lost, she would scream so loud when you did her nails, like you were killing her. Paley, I don't think mine so much, but the unfortunate thing is, the groomer we had before didn't always take care of her nails, and we were kind of silly and didn't realize that. So yeah, so we have long nails because of that, really long nails. So I'm just going to do another bit of red. Oh, your socks did too. Yeah. Oh, the worst is doing a live. That's so funny. I love her. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to flip it. And then I am going to have to move one of the hearts. So I just want to dab off a little bit of the extra color before I do that. Oh, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And then we'll see what I need to take away. So I just flipped it over and I'm gonna, looks like I need to shift it up a little bit. When I practiced, when I set them on the first one, I hadn't used the die cut yet. Okay, so I need to take this guy out. And this guy. Let's see here, that should work. We'll just end up with a cool random pattern. We'll try that. So stick you down. I don't know if I've got room to, okay, hopefully that's gonna stay there. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's Paley. Like, I can't believe the amount of hair between her toes. It's just crazy how fast, and you can't see what you're doing, and I'm terrified to do it myself. Terrified. Let's see what we get here. Okay. Ooh, I like it. Just need another level, I think. Let's do another level. Another layer, level, whatever. Saturation. Saturation. Maraj. Saturation. There we go. There. Ooh, that's pretty. I love this color. I love, love, love the red color. I kept trying to figure out how to work in the green because of the ink of the month, but I think I'll do it on a different one. The one on the bottom is maybe going to hit your magnet. Oh yeah, it did. It did, but it didn't ruin anything, thank goodness. So we're good. Yay. All right, so we got that. It's just a very random pattern. Hopefully when I, greyhound nails. Ooh, boy. That can't be easy. If we need to pull one off to fill in a blank, we can do that, but I thought we'll see how this turns out. So again, that was the ruby red, which is so, so pretty. And let's see, I pre-cut postage die to put these two on. They're just so cute, I can't stand it. I didn't bring any foam tape, but it would be fun to pop them up. But I didn't grab any. Red's your favorite color. It's my daughter-in-law's favorite color too. She loves red. It's a very passionate, alive color. I like all colors, but I'm really partial to like a fuchsia pink and oranges. Those colors just feel happy to me. But I love red in terms of combos with lots of things. Like I just feel like it goes well with so many things. Okay, there's that. And then we'll put, I'm gonna, I did cut a blank. I love the postage dies. So I just cut a blank one of these that I could put a few more hearts on the inside and another sentiment. So I'm just gonna put that down quickly on the inside. I don't often finish the insides. I don't know why, because I'm lazy. I do know why I'm lazy. I get the front done and I love it, and I don't think about doing the inside, which is so silly. Oh, let's see, my daughter's sending me something here. Close the chat. There we go. So yeah, I figure I could do a couple more, just, you know, could do a couple stars, but I think I'll probably do a couple hearts on the inside. And sometimes what I do, I'm kind of a weird cheater, but like, you know, I didn't bring a block with me and I don't want to take off the ones I put on the other. So the one that I removed, I'm just going to use one of these little cubes, and I'm going to use it as a stamp block. Isn't that pretty? Ha, 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 ha. I'm a genius. Not really, but you know. Okay, and then I did have another sentiment. So I used the together is better on the outside, and I'm gonna use the you had me at, no, that's together is better. Where's you had me at hello? Oh, there it is. I think it's you had me at hello is what I'm gonna put on the inside. And let's see here. I'm gonna grab the black ink. And I don't know how well this is gonna work because this is curved, but we'll see. I may end up being very crooked, but we'll try it. My black, there, okay, I think I can make that work. All right, hopefully it's not super terrible crooked. Oh God, let's see. Hello, you had me at hello. Okay, let's see how we do. We're gonna try it. Do not try this at home. Ah, but if it works, try it at home. You got some postage dies. They're so fun. I don't really make, I don't know, necessarily New Year's resolutions, but I did decide that this year, like, I need to start using some of the stuff I bought more. Like, I love dies. I'm addicted to die cuts. Love die cuts. But I need to, oh, thanks, Anne-Marie. It just made it easy, like easy peasy, right? That's the thing. So now I just need to decide which side I want up when I put these little folks on there. And let's see, so there's that way, or we can go this direction. I think, I don't know, I guess it's good either way, right? It just depends on where you want the heart to be. I might tip it a little bit, but then I cover up too much. Let's try it this way. See, I am terrible at random patterns because even when I try to do things random, I want to, you have 3 sets, one for both locations and one whoops. That's funny. I have a couple of those oops too, Anne-Marie. I am terrible at random because I try to do it random and then I end up trying to force it to be too uniform. It's just very weird that I do that. One of my little quirks, I guess, right? Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna glue this down before I change my mind. That would be something if you had a couple of different locations because you spend, thank you so much, Delise. You spend quite a bit of time at both of your places, and so it'd be, I mean, you kind of like have to be able to, it's not like you show up for the weekend, like you're there at one place or the other, and to try to pack stuff up would be just too much. You like it off the side? Okay, that's what I'm gonna do this time. I'm gonna do it off the side this time. I'm gonna tip it a little bit. I kind of like it off the side too. You can see a little bit more. Just trying to figure out where I want my sentiment to fit in. Let's go like that. It's down now, no change in my mind. And then I've pre-stamped one of the other little sentiments, together is better, so I'm gonna put that on there. Ah, thanks for the little emojis. That's always makes my heart happy. Okay. So let's see, I'm going to, I could put it there, I could put it here. I think I'll just put it down here on the bottom. I do kind of wish I had some foam tape because that would make it easier, better, since there's just a little bit of a ledge, but I'm just not going to stress too much about it. I'm going to put it down. I can always slide, I can see it's popped up, so I can always slide one under there or a glue dot or something, but to get it on there is where I wanted it to be. So we have the sentiment at an angle, we have the image at an angle. Thank you, perfect, perfect, perfectly crooked is awesome. And then you had me at hello with a couple more of the stamps in there. Might actually, let's see, I'm gonna grab one of these little guys. And, ooh, this is what I'm gonna do. Oh, but I can't, hang on, yes I can. I am going to use the lid of the ink cube, and I'm gonna use the Mostly Melon on this little tiny heart. Ah, I love it, just to bring in a little bit of that color from her dress. I don't have a clue where that's gonna end up, but it looks okay. Let's do one more. There, maybe. Yep, that'll work. So we did 5. Yay, we're gonna leave it at that because I am tempted to do more and then I'll end up ruining it, so I'm not gonna. Perfect. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Okay, well, so that was it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope if you're watching it later, you say hello. Let me know what you think. If you don't have the fantastic Hearts and Stars set, which I now want to go play with my stars. I love stars, they're my favorite shape. If you don't have them, they're 40% off, which is amazing. And this Together is Better stamp set, which has this adorable couple and this precious little gal with her balloon. And although I can't show you because I don't have him stamped out, but there's also Lucas holding a heart-shaped box of something and flowers, and it's just the cutest set, and it can be used for so many things. Birthday, anniversary, Valentine's, just because I love you, congratulations. Like maybe this could be a couple that have announced they're having a baby, right? It could be a congratulations kind of card. So yeah, 40% off. Like it's a screaming deal. And so, okay, yes, Kim, I will do that. And thank you, Anne-Marie. Sometimes I don't know if it's brave or stupid, but you know what? You give it a go. So I so much appreciate you all for popping in, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And I'll just say bye-bye for now.